Terrifying reason: 300,000 Black women lost jobs in 2025. The headlines say the job market is strong, but Black women know a different story. Over the past 3 months, nearly 300,000 Black women have been pushed out of the workforce, with 518,000 who never returned to the force after the pandemic. Now, with federal layoffs, DEI rollbacks, and structural inadequacies, thank you, at play, it's quite crisis. It's a quiet crisis that speaks volume. When the budget gets tight, Black women are the first to go. Employment rates have remained somewhat steady for other groups of workers, except us. Between February and April 2025, we lost an estimated 304,000 jobs, despite the overall U.S. economy adding a reportedly 175,000 jobs in the same period, per the National Black Chamber of Commerce. Where the face of the most dramatic month-to-month increase in unemployment across gender and race, skyrocketing from 5.1 to 6.1 in March alone. Luckily, the rate decreased slightly, and unemployment for Black women 20 and older fell to 5.8% for the month of June, still significantly higher than the national average, according to Axis. And we weren't the only ones smashing the red button. Economists and experts warn these numbers could signal deeper cracks in the job market. We may be down, but the real question is, who's next? And it says, what's fueling disparities? It's cut to federal employment. Within the labor market are sure to come for the most vulnerable first, Black women. Not only do we make up the majority of federal employee roles, we're overrepresented in agencies targeted for budget cuts, including U.S. aid. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and Department of Education, where we account for 28% of the workforce. So, my mom brought this up to me, and I didn't realize what was going on. She's like, how you destroy the Black middle class, right? You get rid of all the federal jobs, because the majority of Black people, Black women, they work these federal jobs. And that's what they did when Doge came in. That's who they got rid of. You know what I'm saying? Like, the majority of them were Black women working these federal jobs. And I was like, damn, I didn't even realize that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they came in and gutted most of their jobs. And I remember my friend, Donovan, rest in peace. He was like, yeah, my mom just lost her job. She was working over here. She was a federal employee and she got fired. I was like, dang, I didn't put two and two together. But I mean, evil works in the dark really quick. And this is just something that, it's not going to make headlines in this world, in this economy. So, I mean, I thought that was pretty damning information I wanted to share with everybody.
No, definitely. I mean, 300,000 jobs is a lot of jobs, especially these type of jobs they're talking about. These are well-paying jobs, good benefits, everything like that. I mean, these families are living well above, middle class. These jobs are paying in between 80, 100 something $1,000 a year or more. So, I mean, when you're taking this kind of jobs out of the Black community, because these people are just probably not only just, Black women, they're probably veterans, because a lot of these jobs were taken up by veterans as well. A lot of veterans going to the federal workforce. They talked about how many veterans lost their jobs. It's a lot easier for a veteran to find a job in the federal government than it is to find a job in the private sector, because their skill sets match up much better there. It's more of a, a regimented type of thing. And so, I mean, this is something that I think that even people who are veterans should be taking a look at, especially us. I know a lot of times I was talking to a guy one time, there's somebody who I was working with, and he said something as a Black dude. He said something about some people who are like Latino, and he was like, "Hey, I guess this is why Trump wanted you guys up out of here." And I was just like, "Dang!" And I couldn't believe he said that. This is because I'm looking at us act like we're better than someone else, and in reality, we're all going to lose at this point in time. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing. What's going on with this Doge thing? I mean, we're all going to lose. You know what I mean? When they're cutting federal jobs, we lose. These are our mothers. These are our sisters. These are our grandmothers that are losing their jobs right now. These are people who are being able to.
Yes. And what the people are doing in those jobs, we still haven't hit the full effect. I mean, Texas felt it a little bit when they got rid of the NOAA. A hurricane season's coming. I mean, you don't understand how much stuff is cut until you're really going to need it in the system. And these jobs are highly important. We've built our nation up to be in a position where these jobs were needed. Now, am I going to say some of them were wasteful jobs? Yes, I can say that. Some contract jobs were wasteful. It's wasteful money, but you just never know. I mean, they said it was 1% of the deficit, and we didn't even get to the deficit because we're 37 trillion right now.
Yeah, I mean
37 trillion.
I mean, and like I say, we have to do better amongst ourselves, because we have to understand the more jobs we lose, we're not getting those jobs back. And what do you think is going to happen next? AI is coming after that. So I mean, would you rather have these people working in the federal government, or competing for your job when AI falls off? Because now they have more skills than you do. They've worked in the federal government. They've worked at a higher level job. They've had to have higher credentials than you have to get your job.
Elon Musk said we're going to have a universal income here in America pretty soon, because the robots are going to take most of the jobs. Think about it. They're about to take all the trucking jobs, because they already have, or the driving jobs. Because I see when I was at Amazon for the 3 weeks before I quit, I saw it set up for the robots to come in. You know what I'm saying? The way they monitor your driving, and they have cameras all over the van. They're testing where they can go from the houses. They're scanning all that stuff. The way that they move all the stuff around inside the warehouse, and the way it's set up for the robots to come in. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, no, this ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? All these jobs that fast food's robots going to take that. Your groceries, you're not going to have to. Yeah.
I saw a guy online today with a drone fly over his yard and dropped a package, and it had you see it, and it's like it was just like some pistachios. Yeah, it's nothing like somebody could have went to the store and bought, and it had a bunch of wrapping on it, and it fell to the ground with a parachute on it. I'm like, this is the next wave right here. Now the drivers are out of the way. You know what I mean? You know, they're gonna be it's gonna take a little bit more time, don't get me wrong, but air traffic is pretty much open around here. You can fly and keep them in line. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So there's definitely going to be an issue here with jobs. People don't see it, but it's coming very, very fast. We're living high on the hog right now. Even if they gave us a minimum a wage, universal wage, what do you think everyone's going to do? Oh, that's how much money you got? Oh, I'm about to raise my prices at least to here now. Because
that's what they do at the senior citizen homes. They take about 75% of their checks. That's their whole 75% of your check, and you get this 25.
You know, to even get certain, like, I'm not sure if it's Medicaid, Medicare, to even be able to get yourself into like a retirement home or older folks home or something like that you have to deplete all of your income. Like anything that you have, you have to get rid of all that. They take rid of everything you got, and then we'll help take care of you once you ain't got nothing no more.
A lot of those seniors are actually going to be getting kicked out of those assisted living homes. People haven't realized that because they're on Medicaid, and they lost their Medicaid.
Yeah.
So a lot of that's been happening. I've seen it. Like, some places they were like, we had to kick out about 60% of the people. And where are they going to go? Man. Who's going to take care of them? It's sad. Crazy, all for profits for billionaires.
I mean, but that's what this country is all about. They've shown us that time in and time out. I mean, it keeps on showing that. But let me